Let's get right to the interview segment. I'm joined by former actor and current cryptocurrency expert, Brock Pierce. He also ran for president. We'll get to that in a second. But Brock, how does a child actor, Mighty Ducks, get involved in such a wild ride, the cryptocurrency world?
Well, having been a byproduct of the first generation of kids to grow up with computers and internet connections, I recognized at a young age that technology, specifically the internet, was going to change the world. And so at the height of my acting career at 16 years old, I decided to quit and become a technology entrepreneur. And so I've been building businesses for more than half my life.
In Forbes, at one point, Forbes estimated your net worth somewhere between 700 million and $1.1 billion. And I guess that is because of cryptocurrencies. I'm going to tell the audience right here, I'm involved. A couple of years ago in 2018, I was watching Bitcoin go up, and it was all the rage. Bitcoin was trading around 12,000 a Bitcoin. Around 15,000, I jumped in and went all the way up to 19,000. Then I watched it go back down to 4,000 this year, Brock. Again, just recently this week, it made a brand new all-time high, 20,000. It's not for the weak of stomach investors, is it?
Well, I mean, yeah, this is a market that moves, and it moves fast. It's like a roller coaster ride. If you can't stomach the high peaks and the low valleys, it might not be a market for you. Or it's one where you participate and you set it and forget it and check in 5 years. Just make sure not to lose your keys.
Brock, when Bitcoin first started, and I didn't get involved right away because it was linked to a lot of things, a lot of seedy activities, prostitution, drug rings, and things like that. Those are the only people who are willing to take and trade Bitcoin. Now it's become mainstream, right? I mean, I just recently heard PayPal is using Bitcoin, is allowing Bitcoin to be, you can trade Bitcoin via PayPal. What is it going to take to get Bitcoin through that 20,000 mark to real legitimacy?
Well, I think we're there at an institutional level, as you've noted. PayPal and many of the largest financial institutions are at least piloting. Governments around the world are doing the same. But for real mainstream adoption to occur, it needs to be consumer friendly. We have to have user interfaces and security protocols that make it so that your grandmother can safely and comfortably use it. But I think we're well on our way. I feel like we're in that 1996, 1997, 1998 moment for crypto. And the next decade is around the corner, and the world is changing faster than ever.
So fascinating, because I come from the real business world. I come from the Wall Street world, and everything's tied to the dollar or gold or whatever. It's tied to something. Can you explain, and I don't know this, can you explain to me, well, first of all, we don't know who invented Bitcoin, and we don't know if it's actually tied to anything. This is the most fascinating part of the Bitcoin experiment. Can you tell the audience how Bitcoin is created?
Yeah, so Bitcoin is created by those people that are essentially running the servers to power the network. There is no Bitcoin company, there is no Bitcoin organization, and there's no one that owns or controls or runs the Bitcoin network. It is an open source system that anyone can participate in. And if you choose to add compute or call it a server to the network, you then have an opportunity to earn Bitcoins. The network pays out a fixed amount of Bitcoin every roughly 10 minutes for those people that are providing the necessary infrastructure to run that system. And your question about where does the value come from? What is Bitcoin backed by? Value is derived by consensus. Nothing really has value. Value is created when two or more parties agree or form consensus that there is value, and the more parties that agree, the more liquid that market becomes. And a time where 26% of all US dollars existed were created this year. A lot of people, because of that frightening statistic, are looking for alternative stores of value. Yep. And Bitcoin looks a lot like digital gold.
You know what, Brock, we're going to bring you back because I want to talk about this so much more. I really love the Bitcoin story. And again, there are people right now, Bitcoin's trading around $19,000 per Bitcoin. There are people who expect that this thing could go as high as $200,000, $300,000 per Bitcoin. I just have to tell you too, I got started in this, so many young people want to be involved in this, they want to be part of this, and that really is what creates value. When you have a group of people who want to be part of something, that in itself is value. Brock Pierce, we appreciate your time. We'll bring you back. Thank you.